fundamentally Alberta, and I was raised on a small farm. My father was a farmer, and my mother was classified as a housewife, but she did everything, herd the cattle on her horse. Curling became my big thing. I started curling when I was 9 years of age, and I've curled until I was in my 60s. My name is Ed Hopper, and this is my wife, Georgina.
I love to curl, and I grew up being at the curling rink. My mother curled, my dad curled, and we had a good curling club.
When the time that the Second World War came to pass, I was only 4 years old at the time, but the trauma was still there. I had 3 uncles, my youngest uncles, who I was extremely close to, and they sequentially enlisted and joined the forces. And back in those days, we got so little information.
Well, you'd listen to the radio and you'd hear about the various things that were going on, but...
Well, you know, so much of the news was censored. You could only get so much. The letters that came from my uncles, some of it didn't even make sense. It was either cut out with scissors or it was blocked right out so you couldn't read it. And the newsreels in the movies, they only give you a certain amount of things. They showed ships firing guns and stuff like that, but they really didn't show any of the inhumanity to man. We were sheltered from that information. When the war ended, we were absolutely elated. And knowing that in my case, knowing that my uncles were alive and coming home, oh, it was a great feeling, tremendous feeling. And we celebrated.
Yes,
we had great bonfires and dancing around, and oh, it was a marvelous thing. Well, after high school, and as I had no money to go to university, and so I ended up going to work for the bank, and I'm happy that I did as the time has gone on. And so I was moved by the bank to Edgerton, Alberta. And there I met the love of my life. And now we've been together almost, it's going on 62 years. And so that's how I met my wife, and it was a joyous occasion. For me anyway, I presume it may have been for her.
That's when our life started.
Yeah, and we set up housekeeping.
Yes.
Yeah, no plumbing.
No plumbing.
Gina's dad took pity on us and he bought a house in little old Huendon, and that's where we lived. Oh yes, and it was a nice little house right next door to the bank. So I didn't have far to go to work.
And we curled there all winter.
Yeah, we curled almost every night. You know, when you think as to the fact that we're getting older, we know we're getting older. We all have to get older. But yeah, we do the best we can with what we have. I'd like to get up and polka with you.
Yes.
Well, can't
I can
do that
just
anymore.
move my feet.